All right, traders, we are back for yet another week of the top ISW alerts. So let's get to it. All right, so starting us off at number 5 on Monday, we had ARCI right off of the scanner at 954 at 520. So let's take a look at it. We'll find 520 on the chart right there. So it was this dip, I'm assuming, at 954. That is correct. And as you can see, none of this actually got picked up on the scanner, not until right here. At 944 was the first one on the bearish side, mainly because of the volume. None of the volume picked up until, as you can see, at 944. So the scanner actually started picking this up on this intense move here when the volume actually started coming in, which is what we want. We want the volume to be there. Because as you can see, if you did get in there, you did get the pullbacks to get out of the trade. So you're good to go. Because another good way to tell if volume had come in is look at VWAP. And VWAP just followed it right up. It never really got extended from VWAP. So we got the really big intense move down here at 954 all the way down to where it alerted us. It basically bottom ticked this thing at 520. Let's keep it there and actually take a look at the candle. It got down to 515. And man, look at the move it made from there. It got all the way up to a high of 716. If you look, it got back over VWAP, kind of faked out, but if you had a good entry, or if you just missed this move because it was really quick, you could have got back in on this intense move back down as well. And that would have just been absolutely beautiful as well. Gave you a nice move back up, and then it just held VWAP, and it finally got extended from VWAP up here. And as you can see, it finally actually made like a really big descending triangle right there. It kept trying to get through, but kept getting bought up on these red candles, as you can see. A lot of bottoming tails going on, and then it finally gave up and completed the descending triangle there. But yeah, this was the big move right here. That was our alert. Gave us a nice move. If you missed that one, it gave you another chance to get in on this intense move, and then boom, this thing just took off for the rest of the day. So what a start there with ARCI. All right, coming in at number 4, FFHL, also from Monday, right here at the top. It was right at 930, 704. Let's go ahead and take a look at it. So 704, let's get that line on here. So this one gave you the time. This is the 930 candle right here. So right at the bell, you had all that volume come in, gives us the alert, tries to go high of day, ends up getting rejected, basically a double top. And this thing just absolutely resolved itself right away. So if you got anything above the alert gave it to you. You had plenty of time to pull up the chart here, went all the way up to 737. And it got rejected, and I mean, it just went straight down, all the way down here to 535. So what a move from FFHL. There's really nothing else to talk about. I mean, this one was just pure scanner. You could read the double top, a little bit of a fake out there, got shoved right back down, and it just said, see you later. All right, coming in at number 3, Arky on Tuesday. We actually had 2 alerts here. Obviously more than 2 alerts, but look at that one, 135% possible max gain. And this one was 75%, just crazy. Right at the bell. This was a dip and rip type play. We'll get to it. So 521 and 855. So 521, this is actually the line from the day before. We hadn't gotten rid of that. So 521. And what was it, 824? All right, so this was a dip and rip. The alert was at 521. It got down to 517. So that was basically another bottom tick for the most part. And then look at the move that this thing made, all the way up there to 636 before making a pullback to VWAP and then continuing on up. This thing, you know, it made some intense moves and it gave you chances to get out, but this is a low floater. So you always got to keep that in the back of your mind that it can make these types of moves. But when you had a dip and rip, this thing was just absolutely beautiful. And then at this point, you should realize, you know, as the volume started coming in, that this thing was going to go. And sure enough, it went. It alerted us here at 824. Looks like coming out of a halt. Tons of volume coming in there. Made a move all the way up to 914. So you better have your fancy pants on because you were going for a little bit of a ride. But if you wanted to go along for that ride, you got rewarded pretty handsomely because this thing got halted coming back down. Attempted to come back up, kind of hit that line again, and sure enough, just absolutely fell off the face of the earth. So if you would have gotten an 824, it's telling you your max gain was all the way down here at low a day, which was 364, which is just absolutely nuts. But that's what you get from these low floaters, but the scanner was all over it in both directions, so that was pretty beautiful. All right, coming in at number 2, another low floater here, MDJH, and look at these alerts. 942.40 at 471, 942.45 at 558. That just goes to show you the ability of these low floaters and how quickly that you can really kind of kill it. So let's see, we got 942.40 or 558 and 471. So 558 and 471. All within 5 seconds, which was it at 950? 942. Okay, so it was over here. So it was on this candle. So it actually kind of bottom ticked it. 470 was the low and the high was 587. So basically on this big intense move up, it said, which one hit first? The bullish. So it hit here and then it started making the intense move down and the scanner caught it. It said, hey, we're making the intense move down for the reversal. And sure enough, it reversed within 5 seconds all the way up to 587. So you had to be pretty quick on this one. But it alerted us going the other way on the minus I3 scan at 942 and 45 seconds at 558, which was right here. And it went for a little bit of a ride. It went over 6, so that would have been a pretty reasonable add there, over 6. And sure enough, you got rewarded as this thing came all the way back down to 480 pretty quickly. And as you can see, it was a little choppy there, just on big moves. I mean, you could have made so many scalps in and out here. You could have just waited it out, and then you ended up getting the move to continue all the way down here to 383. So this one was probably more for the professionals, so to speak. This is definitely not something you would see me playing personally, but the scanner gives it to you all. And if this is what you're all about, then there you go on MDGH. This thing had plenty of action for you. As usual, the scanner caught it all. All right, and finishing us up at number 1, we actually have 2 alerts here on MTC. We're going to go for the one actually down here at 951. Wasn't necessarily the max gain, but you'll see in a second why it's more of what we're looking for. And then we got one here at 952 on the bearish side right off of that move. So we got 457 and 399. Let's pull it up here. So 457 there and 399 right here. All right. So the 457 was at 951. So it was on this candle here. And as you can see, we had a nice move up, not on a lot of volume. And then this is when the scanner picked it up, as you can see on this candle, coming out of the halt. And that's where it got picked up. And as you can see, it said, hey, reversal's coming. We got through that 450 point, got up to 466 basically. And this thing got shot down and it went right to the other scanner where it said, hey, look at me here, right before the bottom, which was at 387. We got alerted at 399. And again, longs take a little bit longer, and you can, I mean, this is, can't really get much more of an ascending triangle than this. As you can see it kind of forming right there. And sure enough, it breaks out and you get all the way up here. These were on the scanner as well, but I just felt like these were the initial ones based off of the volume that came in that we were looking for. And, you know, this one could have really went either way, but I mean, again, yeah, this just made some beautiful patterns actually. Look at that descending triangle. We can probably draw a little bit better of a support. It looks like it was more around there. Kind of kept faking out, trying to get back up, and then when it finally broke, this thing really broke. So kind of looks like spaghetti at this point, but just tons of beautiful patterns here, including the intense moves right off the scanner, followed up by some nice ascending triangles and descending triangles. These are textbook, guys. I can actually, let's see if I can pull it up real quick. We go right to the intensity blueprint. You can come down here and you see big extreme intensity move down into an ascending triangle. Textbook. Let's see. Same thing. Big para move, extreme intensity to the upside into a descending triangle. I mean, you can come right here to the website, guys, and here's the one I was looking for. It happens day in and day out, and as you can see, this was a perfect example. Big intensity move down into an ascending triangle. Big intensity move up into a descending triangle. So we'll close that out there with MTC. Again, guys, this is Tim from Volatility Trading. Come check me out at my channel. I don't tend to trade low float, so if that's what you're looking for, probably not the right channel for you. I tend to trade the higher floats, but that's just my preference. The scanner has no preferences. It shows you all the plays, so they're there for the taking. If you want to check those out, obviously take a look at the website. You can also email me or Brian. My email's on my About section on the YouTube page. Brian's is on his YouTube page as well as the website. So come check us out over at Intensity Stockwatch Scanners, guys. We are killing it. I will see you next week. Peace.